set. Okay. Bubba, you guys ready to play? You ready to play, Bubba? You ready to play? Let's go. Let's go. So as you know by now, I have gone out and purchased a new GoPro Hero 7 Black. I have had a Hero 6 Black for about a year now. It's been great. I've taken a lot of underwater shots, all that fun stuff, done stuff with the dogs. And that's been pretty awesome. But I really bought this because I wanted to try the stabilization out. Just because the Hero 6, when I had it on the mount on the fetch harness is what GoPro calls it, the video is just super shaky, and the only way to help mitigate that was to drop it down to 1080, run 240 frames a second, and drop it in slow-mo. That way you're catching more action, and then when you get it in slow-mo, it's buttery smooth. I'll do a video later on 30 frames versus 60 frames versus 120 frames versus 240 frames, just so you can see. There are some points where you can tell in this video the difference. Majority of the footage, especially if it's on their back, is 4K at 60. Stabilization is turned on the Hero 7. So anything that's on their back is the Hero 7. Any of the shots that are on the ground or from my head, that is going to be the GoPro Hero 6, and also 4K at 60. The water shots that you just saw, those are all 1080 at 240 frames a second, with the exception of the camera that's on Coyote's back. First impressions though, you can tell by the footage, well, I guess there's no comparison. Looking at the footage with the stabilization on 4K, 60 frames a second from Bear's back at the first couple of catches that she has, just absolutely stable compared to 4K 60 with the GoPro Hero 6. So eventually in the next week I should have a comparison video out. That way you can see the difference between 4K 60 with stabilization versus without stabilization. I did try to show without stabilization, or I did try to show you that also, as you can see though from the shots with the fetch harness on the chest, that's 4K 60, and that is stabilization on the Hero 7. It's not perfect, so for super extreme action sports, it's typically going to be quite good. For any mountain biking, anything like that, it just makes everything so much better. For anything, maybe bull riding or something, I don't know exactly, but on the back of the dog, on the dog harness, it's pretty dang good. On the chest though, that's where a lot of the motion is, and the harness itself isn't super great, so there's that issue too. The chest piece does loosen up a lot, so it shakes around a lot more. But everything on the back looks super. Let's see. But yeah, next week I will have a comparison video just to show you the difference between stabilization versus without stabilization, and the differences between 30, 60, 120, and 240 in terms of the frames that you can get. You can tell on some of these shots though that it's much choppier at 60 frames a second compared to 240 frames a second, because you're just getting more frames each second of video that's shot than you are at the 4K with 60. Still great, still super impressed. I would say anybody that is into action, this is still probably one of the best action cameras that you can get. The DJI Osmo that's coming out next week, I'm gonna pick that up and hopefully do a side-by-side comparison of those two, just to see how much better the Rocksteady stabilization is. From the reviews that are already out, it looks pretty amazing, but we'll also test it on the back of Bear and Coyote. Bear is not as fast as Coyote, so putting it on his back, I'll give it the ultimate test to see how rock steady it is. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. If you didn't, you can throw a dislike on there. Anything that is constructive, I always appreciate for doing more videos in the future. Other than that, if you do want to continue to see more videos, especially reviews and stuff, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you are planning on watching any more on the GoPro or the DJI Osmo, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and then click the little bell icon next to it. That way you're notified whenever I post videos. I'm hoping to do kind of reviews over stuff over the next few weeks. One video a week, and then I will keep up with the Windows Wednesdays. So until the next video, peace.